Imagine buying a house in America for less than your car insurance. Sounds like fiction, right? Well, in 2025, there are still a few cities where owning a home doesn't require selling your soul, your kidneys, or both. This is the bald truth, your smart and sarcastic guide to living in America. So hit that subscribe button because today we're counting down the only US cities where you can still buy a home for under $200,000 and actually want to live there. All right, let's dive in. Number 10, Davenport, Iowa. Median home price about $178,000. Located right on the Mississippi River, Davenport is one of those cities nobody talks about, but locals wouldn't trade for anything. You can drive 15 minutes and still be in town. No traffic, no stress. People actually leave their doors unlocked here. The cost of living is 11% below the national average, and the crime rate is lower than most Midwestern cities its size. Locals say if you see a crowd in Davenport, it's either a farmer's market or a car show. It's calm, cheap, and surprisingly connected. Even the internet's decent. Number 9, Macon, Georgia. Median home price, $163,000. It's the kind of southern town where time moves slower, the tea is sweeter, and neighbors still wave when you drive by. Locals joke that Macon has two temperatures, almost summer and still summer. It's a small city with big charm, music history, cheap barbecue, and old houses with real character. You can buy a 100-year-old home downtown and still have enough left for repairs, and maybe some extra air conditioning. Yes, humidity is part of the deal, but so is rent you can actually afford. Number 8, Terre Haute, Indiana. Median home price around $169,000. Ask any local, and they'll tell you Terre Haute is where your money still buys space. You can actually own a yard, with grass. There's a solid mix of blue-collar and university life thanks to Indiana State University, so you get both working-class roots and that random student energy. Sure, the nightlife is mostly Walmart runs at 10 p.m., but locals say it's safe, stable, and you get to breathe actual oxygen instead of smog. Number 7, Huntington, West Virginia. Median home price, $191,000. This is Appalachian charm meets modern affordability. Huntington's locals are proud of two things: Marshall University and the ability to stretch a dollar like it's an Olympic sport. The rent here averages under $1,000, and groceries cost about 20% less than the national average. There's real community, festivals, local diners, and people who actually know their neighbors' dogs by name. If you like small-town peace and the occasional holler echoing from the hills, Huntington is the definition of cheap, real America. Number 6, Binghamton, New York. Median home price, around $194,000. Yes, it's New York, but not the one with $8 lattes and subway rats the size of cats. This is upstate life, calm, green, and full of character. Locals call it the city of good neighbors. Winters are brutal, but you'll find that the cost of living is low and the coffee is strong. There's an emerging arts scene, affordable local colleges, and you can literally walk downtown without tripping over tourists. It's New York without the nonsense, and that's a miracle. Number 5, Akron, Ohio. Median home price, $195,000. Once the rubber capital of the world, Akron has reinvented itself. It's got affordable housing, a growing healthcare industry, and a surprising amount of cultural life. From the Akron Art Museum to random music festivals that pop up downtown. Locals love to complain about potholes, but they'll also tell you it's one of the easiest cities to own property and actually build savings. A Reddit user described it best: Akron is boring in all the right ways. Number 4, Toledo, Ohio. Median home price, $194,000. If Ohio were a car, Toledo would be the reliable sedan. Not flashy, but it gets you everywhere you need to go, and the gas is cheap. You'll find decent schools, a low unemployment rate, and people who know their neighbors. Locals brag about the zoo, yes, the zoo, and the food scene, which is basically Midwestern comfort food heaven. It's clean, calm, and you can buy a 3-bedroom house for less than a studio in Chicago. Number 3, Erie, Pennsylvania. Median home price, $195,000. Right on Lake Erie, this city gives you waterfront views without the coastal price tag. Locals say you move here for the lake, but stay for the peace. There are beaches, a surprising amount of breweries, and rent so cheap it feels illegal. Sure, winters can turn your eyelashes into icicles, but that's part of the charm. And the air is cleaner than most East Coast cities. Number 2, Detroit, Michigan. Median home price, $90,000. Yes, 90, not a typo. Detroit's comeback is real, and you can still buy entire houses for the price of a used Honda. Locals will tell you Detroit isn't dying, and it's reinventing itself. You've got tech startups, music, street art, and neighborhoods rebuilding one block at a time. Of course, some areas are still rough, but if you pick wisely, you can own property and be part of the rebirth of one of America's most misunderstood cities. And yes, you'll need to shovel snow. A lot of it. Before I tell you about number 1, don't forget to like this video to help me out. Do you have any idea how hard it is to dig through real housing data to bring you only true and updated information? Click that like button. My caffeine supply depends on it. Number 1, Little Rock, Arkansas. Median home price, around $190,000. Little Rock is the definition of hidden gem. Locals joke that nobody outside Arkansas can point to it on a map, and they're fine with that. The cost of living is 14% below the national average, and it's one of the safest mid-sized cities in the South. You've got mountain views, mild winters, and neighborhoods where people still bring casseroles to new residents. It's clean, calm, and growing quietly, with a tech and healthcare job market that's better than you'd expect. And yes, you can buy a house, pay your bills, and still have money left for a road trip. So, there you have it. The only U.S. cities where you can still buy a home under $200,000 in 2025 and not regret it. They may not be glamorous, but they're real, affordable, and full of people who figured out how to live smart instead of loud. You can either keep renting your closet in Los Angeles or finally own a porch somewhere with fresh air and a functioning brain. Your choice. Which city would you pick? Drop the number in the comments and tell me where you'd move if you could start fresh. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Because the next video might just make you rethink everything you know about the American dream.